Yes, sir. The Sick Podcast Anvil Show is back with another episode, recapping the game on Sunday. Clyde was in the building out at M&T. It was a great game. Wow, freaking environment. We're going to talk about all that. But before we do, Sammy, start me up.
Turn up your volume. Because you're about to listen to The Sick Podcast. And Bill Show.
Intercepted! Marlon Jackson! Marlon got it! We're going to the Super Bowl! We're going to the Super Bowl! Marlon Jackson with the interception! He picked off Tom Brady!
The sickest Indianapolis Colts podcast. It's gonna be sick.
Yes, sir. It's going to be sick. Sammy, go ahead and put up that DraftKings promo, please. Yes, sir. Download the DraftKings Sportbook app. Use DraftKings code 6sports to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5 on any NFL bet. Again, that's DraftKings. Welcome to the Sick Podcast Anvil Show. Bring the boys in, please. What's good? First and foremost, it feels good to be at my desk in my home chilling. No longer am I in jail or trying to shoot from a freaking car or trying to sit on the fucking bench or wherever the hell I was trying to do for the last 2 weeks. I apologize because it was absolutely goober-esque. But I'm back in a limited fashion, though. We'll talk about that at the end of the show.
Omaha!
Here we go.
We have to start with the Omaha, but you guys have missed this, have you not? Hold on.
Boop, boop.
Bang that bish. Yes, sir. I'm super hyped tonight, man. I am gassed all the way up, coming off of an incredible win in Baltimore. First, let me say this before we jump into all this. Them folks in Baltimore still think it's 1984 in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Please explain.
Let me explain. First off, the Colts have been gone for 40 years. 40. Like, we've been out of there for 40 fucking years, okay? And they are still pissed that we left them. And they also want us. This was hilarious. I've heard this many a times, but they like, you know what? We're kind of getting with the program that you guys stole our team, talking Indy, but just change the name. They say, once you become the Indianapolis Racers or the Indianapolis, like anything not associated with horses. So they still have that type of grit. And I can only imagine, like, if you grew up, you know, with a team and they left you, I mean, there's definitely fan bases out there that can speak to that, you know? So yeah, I understand, bro, but shit, like, it's 40 years, man. I think everyone get over that. Anywho, but here's the cool thing about that place. They have a tribute to Johnny Unitas, right? They have a tribute statue to Ray Lewis, and I mimicked both of them. So go to our page and check out my pictures because I did the Johnny U throw and I did the Ray Lewis get hype before the game. It was super dope. Kind of a wild atmosphere. Okay. Those folks are kind of rowdy. I won't say that they're the Raiders. I won't say that they're the Dog Pound, but they get kind of rowdy. And they are very, my team is better than yours. So when their team wasn't doing too well, oh my God, all eyes were on us because we were in like little pockets. So this chain now has a lot of meaning because a lot of people wore this chain. I should probably wipe it down because of COVID or some shit. I don't know. But a lot of people got to neck hoard this chain. Like that term, neck hoard? They neck hoard this chain. Yeah. Because when we were coming back and we took the lead and all that, like we were passing the chain around, they had this little chant because I was wearing my jersey, the Anvil jersey, number 21. And they were like, 21, can you do something for me? And I would like throw the chain. It was fucking great. I had to be there. You don't look like you like my story, Acosta. I don't know if I like your face right now.
Damn. Not impressed.
Matter of fact, you know what?
What?
A bullshit?
Yeah.
A bullshit?
Right there. Right there. But anyway, let's get into this game. Let's break it down. Where do you guys want to start, bro? It's so many good things to talk about.
Honestly, I think we got to start with Zaire. Man, he is just ripping up every field he gets on. You know, man, he led the team in tackles with a total of 15. He soloed 11. He had 1 sack for a loss of 4 yards. I mean, Jesus, this guy, he's leading the league in tackles right now.
45 of them big things. Come on, 44. Let's go, Fofo.
Fofo.
Let's go. Turn him up, as he said, right? Make sure y'all turn him up this Sunday. Turn him up. That's what he said. Absolutely. That man is playing lights out, bro. And it's crazy. It's really crazy, right? Because when you think about what the Colts have been able to do with their linebacking core, it started with Darius, and I'm calling him Darius because back then he was Darius. Started with Darius and Antoine Walker, right? And then it became Darius, Antoine Walker, and Bobby Okereke.
Anthony Walker, not Antoine.
Anthony, my bad. Antoine Walker's a whole basketball player. You're right. And then it became, you know, they added Bobby Okereke into it, right? So then Bobby leaves. You know, Darius kind of goes through some injuries, and it was, well, I'm sorry, Darius has the injuries, and it's Bobby and Zaire, right? And then Bobby leaves. Darius comes back. Now it's Darius, Zaire, and EJ Speed. And Speed has been on the team for a minute. Special teams dude. They said he was a freak athlete way back when. I remember we got him and Kamiko Toure and all them in the same draft, whatever. And I was like, when is this EJ Speed dude ever going to be?
Nobody could find any tape on EJ Speed.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Like, when is this dude going to like be whoever they said he's going to be? And man, this dude has arrived. EJ Speed is a problem, bro. Like
big problem.
He's a problem, bro.
But look who he got to learn from. Darius. I mean, Shaquille. Anthony Walker. Bobby Okereke. Zaire.
Yeah,
I mean, top tier linebackers.
Bro.
So to me, and then seeing his, you know, because we didn't get to see him first couple of years, you know, playing linebacker too often.
Right.
He would do some filling every once in a while, but you know, nothing enough to get him a good flow and rhythm into the game and let him do what he does. But if you watched him on special teams, man, that dude could float and he could stick. And now they got him in the starting linebacker core, and he floats and he sticks and he is around every single play. Bro. Have you noticed that?
I mean, listen, man, like, so the thing that he's doing best, and they're all doing this very well, the tackles for loss. Bro, the play that he made on Gus Edwards, and I think that was the third quarter, like come on 3rd and 1, coming tackling for -2 yards. Like, dude, we have 23 TFLs in 3 games. First in the NFL. We have 12 sacks in 3 games, tied for second. And we have 7 forced fumbles, tied for second in the NFL. And with that, perfect segue into Juju. First time on the field, making plays.
4 total tackles, 4 solo tackles. He had that punch out.
He had a couple PBUs. The kid's going to be, I mean, it's only one game, and let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's still going to be growing pains, I'm sure. But, man, I'm telling you, like, no one was even talking about the Indianapolis Colts defense coming into the season. I mean, not even a whisper. Like, I mean, sure, we got some great players. I mean, you got Defoe, you got Shaq. Okay, cool. Kenny Moe, whatever. But as a unit, nah. And this is what's wild too, right? Like, if you look at our PF and PA, so our points for, points against, we're only like 4 in the positive. It's like 74 points for and 70 points against. But it's how we're playing. Now, week 1, kind of a fluke, right? Like, I mean, 31 points to the Jags, and the defense played lights out until they couldn't anymore. So whatever, right? And then last week, I think we gave, what we get to Texas last week? 21.
Yeah,
21.
31, 21, I think. Yeah,
31, 21. So, I mean, what I'm getting at is overall, like, don't just look at the numbers, look at the numbers. And when I say the numbers, I'm talking about in between the lines. Points are going to, the NFL now is designed for points. I mean, the damn Dolphins dropped 70. Like,
oh
right?
my God.
Yeah, the Dolphins scored as
They had
many.
two running backs over 200 yards apiece.
Disgusting.
Jesus.
If you're on the Denver Broncos right now, you should not even get to go home this week. Like literally live at the facility, watch tape, lift weights, fucking run. I don't like.
I just
It's
hope
great.
their fan base is okay and no one's like slitting the wrist or some shit.
They should be doing They should be doing up downs for 3 weeks.
Bro, stop it. That's terrible. This is suicide awareness month, and you have a whole suicide company. You know what? I'm gonna slam.
Bro. I'm just saying, like, I mean, they need help. Call me. I mean,
you getting them all right now. This guy is the worst. Okay, anyway. Damn country. Love you, bro. You're nuts. All right. So Juju making plays. That's gonna be incredible already. Now
see how he reels that back in
real quick.
He rips you apart and then he tells you he loves you and brings you right back in.
It's called trauma. You'll be all right. So it's fine. You'll recover from it. Trust me. No, but so here's the real thing though. This like really awesome. And you have to be in key. Now we still see Gus Bradley doing some of that softy shit that we don't like. Backing the corners up, you know what I mean? Like backing them way up. Probably how Pat should approach all buffets. But anyway, backing them way up. I'm back, baby. I'm back.
And just for the record, I ain't backing away from no buffet. Fuck you. I don't care what you say. But bullshit.
I'm back, baby. But no, he's still playing them soft coverages, backing them up. But here's the key. Here's the strategy that I'm watching. Holy shit, if you're not watching, Kenny played a lot of edge on Sunday, right?
He did.
Which means all three of those monster linebackers we just talked about were on the field with Kenny on the field. Incredible, because we didn't see that at all last year. It was either Kenny was nickel or Kenny was off the field. So to have all three of them stud linebackers on the field and Kenny and Juju, and you still got over the top help because Blackman is still a monster.
I was just getting ready. I've raised my hand to bring him up.
And
I love how they brought him in and just kind of gave him free reign to do what that man does.
Yeah, bro.
He was second. He was second with 12 tackles.
Yeah, he's everywhere. I say everywhere. Like I had really good seats to the game. I was in that 100 section, and like I'm like really like locked in on keys and stuff like that, right? So as I'm just like, okay, this is what I think should be called here. I think this is how we should defense it. I just got to watching players like really eyeing an individual, and I was like, damn, Julian Blackman is fucking everywhere. Like, holy shit, like he's everywhere, and he's that safety that I think that Gus loves. Like he's gonna come up and hit you. He can still cover. He can run. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say he's what, Gus had in Cam Chancellor or nothing like that, but he's roaming like that. He's literally roaming like that. And that's what's incredible about it. It's pretty dog. It's dog, man. It's dog stuff, bro. Like I wasn't a fan of Gus, bro. I want to just be that. And I'm like, is it growing on me? Like, again, I'm still getting tired of this. Like, it's 3rd and 4 and we got 6 yards of space. And so it's an easy first down. I'm still kind of sick of that. But his defense is growing on me. 40% blitz rate. What the fuck was that about? 40%? That's crazy. We don't blitz.
We did Sunday.
Yeah. Your boy. I'm gonna let you talk about your boy. Quitty freaking Pay. Acosta, say something about Quitty Pay, because holy shit, this dude is a monster.
Absolute fucking dog. The Black Panther, baby. He definitely showed his to us his beautiful head around that fucking offensive line. Pardon my French, but he was he contained when he needed to contain. He was aggressive when he needed to be aggressive. He pursued the ball. I mean, east to west on the field. I mean, he like Blackman. He was just everywhere, everywhere. And I mean,
have you guys paid attention to his start stops coming off that edge?
Yeah.
And I only brought that up because I was really watching our edges and seeing who was going to break containment and let Lamar run around them and all that. And we didn't really see it, but I did notice how Kawiti would start a bull rush and then back off, catch eyes. And then he would start it again because the play was either staying in the pocket or going away from him. Man, I'm telling you what, that dude has got some skills.
That's exactly what I wanted to see. last week when I was talking about containment. That's exactly what I wanted to see.
Yeah. Now we did give Lamar some yards. He got a touchdown, that type of thing. Yeah, right. He got 2 of them.
Nobody's perfect. Yeah.
But I'm saying like they were not the Lamar, oh my God, he just ripped off 55. I think the biggest one we gave him was in the 20s. He had a decent one for about 20 something. 16, okay. But but he didn't rip off a 45 or nothing like that. Some crazy
or 275 yards on somebody.
Yeah.
He only got 101 yards on us.
I mean,
on the ground.
And he ran a lot. So
he did.
He's Lamar Jackson. I mean, he's a freak athlete. But I will say this: 51 on one side, but 50-2 on the other side. Sampson is out of his mind. That might be the best free agent pickup in Colts history if it keeps going like this. Holy shit.
I know you couldn't hear it, Clyde, because you was at the game, but did you keep hearing the announcers mispronounce his name?
Of course not. I didn't hear it, but no.
What the hell were they calling him? Ugako or some stupid. I'm like, oh, that ain't even close to. I'm dyslexic as hell, and I can pronounce that name.
Listen, man, 51 and 52 are psychotic together, bro. Like the dude, like when he stripped the ball from Lamar, like he jumped on him like he was swinging off of a tree. It was crazy, bro. I was like, what kind of athlete is this dude? Like the way he's able to get underneath, the tackles and just like really bull rush them, because he doesn't have that profile when you look at him. But man, this dude is a freak athlete, and Quiddy, like it's like him and Quiddy are feeding off each other. Like, oh, you just did that? Okay, watch this. oh, you stripped the ball? I'm gonna do it next. It's crazy to watch, bro. I love what happened. Samson, I'm telling you, man, if he keeps playing like this may be the best free agent pickup that we ever had, bro. Because we don't do a lot in free agency, right? Like, let's just be honest. We talk about that shit all the time in the offseason. But this dude, whew, and he was a dog in San Francisco. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't watch him close enough, because you get caught up with Fred Warner and everybody else. But now that I see him on our squad, holy hell, bro. And I mean, I can't remember, but I want to say, I don't know if did he get to play with Defoe when they were out there? Did they play together? No? Okay.
I don't know.
I think Sampson came in later.
Yeah, because I think he's only like a year 4, maybe.
Yeah.
This dude is a monster. He's worth every dime right now.
He's definitely an upgrade over Yannick, and I like Yannick.
Yeah, because he stops the run too.
Yeah.
Stops the run. He sets the edge and stops the run. And that's no knock on Yannick, but Yannick was solely pass rush. And like often he had to be off the field on rundowns because whatever, right? So this guy's and the rotation is crazy, man. Like there's so many people rotating. Like if you're watching the game, bro, it's like hockey, like line changes. I'm like, what the hell? Like Dale comes in, I'm sorry. Tyquan comes in. They're using Taven Bryan a lot. I forget the other kid that's playing the D line. Defoe's always in the 3 technique. Grove.
I think I've seen Adetomo a couple times.
He was out this week. He didn't play.
Yeah, Adetomo was out.
Last week he played though. In Houston he played. But
you wasn't thinking of Bryant, are you?
Yeah, Bryant. You got Taven Bryant, and you got the other guy. But what I'm getting at is like the actual. So guys that we know were solid, the Defoes, the Groves. In the past, they couldn't get a lot of rest because you were putting in somebody behind them that really wasn't going to do the job. But now it's like, okay, they can get that quick breather and trot back on the field and be, amped and ready for 3rd and short, because we're stopping a lot of that shit this year.
Yeah,
we are.
You've definitely seen an increase in 3 and outs on the opposing side than you did last year.
Hell yeah.
And that's what's saving a lot of gas for these guys. But it goes to what you exactly said. That rotation, is filling in where the guys coming off left.
Facts.
There's no give on that line whatsoever. Whoever you put in there.
Big fact.
You also see on the opposing side of the ball too, like the play calls are more like they're more thought out than rather than just an easy dump pass for a first down or a touchdown. It's more well thought out now. If you notice that too. Like it's like they definitely respected our defense early in the game for sure. Like you tell they had to get creative with some things.
last parting shot on defense. I'm gonna say shout out to EJ. He took the challenge, took a tough 101 against Zay Flowers, who was an absolute electric player. Now, a lot of people say he got a little handsy. He might have got a little handsy. Okay. But you know what?
Just a little bit.
But you know what? They didn't call it, and it wasn't too egregious. So you know what? Bang that bitch and move on. Right? Still defense. And they chose not to play defense, which is leading us into the offensive side of the ball. And like Clyde said, keys of victory. Even though I was wrong this week, but I will live in that because I'm glad that we won. So I don't mind being wrong that I said we were going to lose. But I did say to win this game, who had to be absolutely important. Patrick, you care to answer that?
Yeah, I'm going to answer it for myself because in the score prediction, I told you it was going to be won by a field goal.
Okay, fine. But you're losing my momentum. Who did I say had to be important to win the damn game? And it started on the very first play of the game. Costa help him out. He ate crayons.
A lot of them.
I didn't know he was a Marine.
No, he ate crayons before when he was a kid. He ate glue too. Damn it, Zach Moss. Shit. First play of the game, he took it like 25 yards.
I was gonna say it. Yes.
You just gonna have me look like Zach Moss was a fucking monster yet again. Was he not?
He was.
Again.
Averaging like 4.1, 4.2 yards. Let me find it real quick. Yeah, 4.1 yards. Longest was 24.
Yeah, that was the first
30. Play. Yeah, 30 carries, 122 yards.
And a touchdown there.
Pretty damn solid.
And I'm gonna say this, right? Because I'm gonna have to check myself here. To start this thing off, right? I was like, I am not really fanning with our running backs. I wasn't a fan of Deion Jackson. I hate to see anybody get cut and lose their job, but he just wasn't cutting the mustard. The rookie, I was excited about the rookie, but he's a rookie, so whatever. And then Zach Moss, I was like, well, yeah. Zach Moss has been a fucking dog. My bad, Zach. Come on to the show. Come on in, get you a seat on the anvil, man. Please come talk to us because holy shit, bro, you're out of your mind right now. Right? Broke forearm and all. He doesn't even care, bro. This dude's a monster. It's like people are like, oh, Zach Moss, he couldn't do nothing in Buffalo. Well, he found his home in Indy because he's running his ass off. And though I'm still a proponent that this team needs JT, so I will not go there. A lot of people try to bait us and saying, oh, well, we could trade JT now. Watch your mouth. Let's not get crazy. Okay. Yeah. Jonathan Taylor still
say it again. We're going to smack your mouth.
Let's slow down. Okay. Jonathan Taylor is still very much 1A, 1B running back in the league when healthy. But if we bring him back into the fold and we have a surefire number 2, that is now Zach Moss, holy shit. Because Shane said, what are we going to do? How are we going to win this thing?
We're going to score with passing. We're going to win with running.
Yeah, he said he was going to pass the score, run to win. I don't know.
Same fucking thing I just said.
I don't know what that shit was.
That was a elongated version.
By the way,
it was my dyslexic version.
Yeah, we love Patrick, and Patrick is definitely a very intricate part of what we do here at the Sick Podcast Anvil Show. But when you see Facebook posts that read like maybe a kindergartner wrote that shit, that is definitely Patrick. And usually I'll see that during one of my early morning meetings. I'll immediately try to go fix that. No, I'm not shooting jabs at my big boy over there. I love him, but if spelling was to save lives, people will die. That's it.
And if you aren't taking jabs, why my kidney's bruised right now?
Did you catch it? If spelling was to save lives, people would die. That's funny. Laugh at that. Okay, anyway.
It was funny.
So it's not funny because it's true.
So makes it funny.
Look, man, I graduated college with honors, and I still can't spell a fucking thing. I got to call my daughter to tell me how to spell shit. Now I got this smartphone; it tells me how to do it, so I ain't worried.
That's hilarious. I love it. It's hilarious. So anyway, so let's talk about the catch. This is right now the catch of the year for me. Yeah, maybe I'm being biased. I'm a homer. So what? But anytime you catch a 35-yard, 40-yard pass with your helmet smashed into your nose and one guy standing behind you ripping at your arm while the other guy who's pushing helmet in nose is also ripping at the arm, and you come down with it, you're a man. And that's exactly what Michael Pittman did in overtime. That was huge. Though that was not the game-winning drive. I had to correct myself. I thought that was on the game-winning drive. It was the drive before, and we got stuffed on fourth down, which I thought the game was over. There's so much happened in 2 minutes before we even got to overtime.
It did too.
Let's go back to that. I'm sorry, Sammy. We're going to go just north 30 minutes to tell you. There's a lot to talk about. But let's go back to 2 minutes left in the game. We just gave up a field goal, right? They're winning. And then they do no, I'm lying. Yeah, they take the lead. No, that's not what happened. How did it go? They punt it, right? Because Isaiah McKenzie going back to special teams. Special teams is still our Achilles heel thus far. Missing Bubba. He decides to not field the punt. It goes to the 1 yard line. They down it.
Oh yeah, Minshew steps out of bounds. He pulls an Arlovsky.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gets the safety.
So they're up 19-16 at that point.
Yep.
So now we have a chance to come down and tie or whatever. And so, make a long story short, he pulls the Dan Orlovsky and steps out of bounds. He gets a damn safety. Holy shnikes. So at that point, I'm sorry, it was 17-16. We had a chance to take the lead or win the game. Now it's 19-16. Yes, that's what happened. So we had the free kick. Now it's still less than 2 minutes. Shane Steichen is a master of the clock. He is a master of the clock.
I love it.
The master of the clock right now. It's incredible. So he free kicks the ball back, and we get the chance to get 2 stops before the timeout or before the 2 minute warning. And then we get the ball with some minute and some change. So we stop them. That was this EJ Speed, 3rd and 1, huge play. Stops them. Then they had the punt. We get the ball. Big pass. 2 big passes. Set up for, because Josh Downs got one, and I think Michael Pittman got one. Set up for another 50-yard field goal. Matt Gay. Straight through. Let's do it. Then they get the ball back again and decided just to run it out. Okay, now we're in overtime. Overtime is psycho. We go 3 and out. We punt. I'm like, oh, shit. This ain't good. They go 3 and out. They punt. I'm like, oh, shit. We got a chance.
Okay. You're telling me there's a chance.
You're telling me there's a chance. And then we get to midfield. Some terrible referee spotting because I thought he had it on 3rd down, but they didn't give it to him.
Oh, my God.
That was deflating. Then we run the ball and he gets stuffed. I'm like, oh, what are you doing? So now the Ravens stadium that's left is going nuts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And behold, what do we do? The exact same thing. We stopped them on 4 straight plays. I'm like, bro, what is going on in this game? And then we move into position with another big Zach Moss run. 50-yard field goal. So Matt Gay sets the record. He was 5 for 5, but the record is nobody had ever made 4 50-yard field goals in one game. And oh, by the way, he did it on the field of probably arguably the best kicker in the game, Justin
Tucker.
He actually missed a game winner right before, and I think that was like, I don't know. I didn't see it on the screen. How long was that? Did he miss
61?
61. It was 61. Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew it was over. It was like 61, 62.
Yeah, it was a 60. It's like it was crazy because it's like, oh, he's comfortable kicking 65. And what's he do? Dud.
Look, it was like a few of us in my section. We started doing spirit fingers. And they were like, come on, this is Justin Tucker. That don't work. I was like, yeah, you're probably right. And from our view, it looked dead on. I was like,
it looked on from my view too.
And then it dropped short, and I was like, what?
Yeah, no, I was like,
Sarah actually hit the bottom goalpost.
Yeah, Sarah's like, it's so crazy to watch because it looks so good, but then it looked like they hit it like an imaginary wall and just climbed down the wall, straight down. It was weird looking.
So keep your jazz fingers going, buddy, because it worked.
But anyway, big round of applause for Matt Gay. Breaking the record.
Absolutely. Hold on, let's cue Matt.
Let's do this right. Yep, cue up Matt. There we go.
Now, see, that's another free agent signing that Ballard did this year.
Oh my god, I was screaming.
Good point.
Like, he's the highest paid kicker in the league for a reason. He absolutely earned every dime. Way to kick the shit out of the ball, Matt Gay. Now, I will say this, last but not least, because how could we do this? We would be a terrible, terrible show if we don't do this. But you notice what we did here, okay? Because it's a team game. And normally when a team wins, the first person they talk about is who? The quarterback. We reluctantly did not talk about him first. Not that he wasn't important. Gardner played lights out. He was important. He was really, really good. But this was more of a team win than Gardner beating them. Gardner made plays, but we seen the limitations of Gardner. I'm not here to like knock him down, but because he did what he said. He told AR, I'm gonna hold it down until you come back. So far, he's 2-0, right? He's done that.
Yep.
But Gardner, first off, I would say I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he's reading the call, I don't know if he's catching the checks, but 4 times he got blindside sacked by Kyle Hamilton. I think he got him 3 times and somebody else got him the 4th. And I'm like, bro, how are you not seeing this shit?
Like, dude, I was cussing out Braden Smith left and right.
But it wasn't even Braden's fault. Like, I mean, so I get it, right? Like you there's only so many you can block, right? And there's blocking techniques and switches and all that. But what I'm getting at is Gardner has to feel that. Like, are you not feeling that at the line? Like, if it happens to me once, then I'm going to bet money is going to happen 2, 3, 4, 5 more times because it worked. And I'm like, bro, you just like, it's like you seeing it, but you're still not letting the ball go. And that one time, even though he was down, could have been a fumble, but shit, that could have been 4 fumbles in all actuality. You know what I mean? If he,
it's still like, it wasn't even his blind side either, was a sad part.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, anyway, let me chill because he really played good. So let's talk about the good shit.
He did.
He played his ass off, right? Like, he was clutch because the game started off slow. I mean, they were about to go up 14-0 if it wasn't for Juju making that play. And like, he settled everybody down, super confident. He got people involved. Seemingly him and Michael Pittman have a great connection. Him and Josh Downs have a great connection. He tried Alec a couple times. Alec is so wishy-washy, man. God bless. I want him to do so well, bro. But I'm like, Alec, where are you? What? Come on, dog. Like, catch that shit. You was catching it. You were catching it in training camp, and he can't catch it, bro. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. Anyway.
He had Alec.
He had that one hell of a catch.
Had 7 targets, 3 catches for 43 yards.
Yeah, he had that one across the middle that was dope. But
my God.
They were coming toward me on that double coverage, and he put the ball where it needed to be, and he had it in his hands. Dog, just come down with it. Like, they were like right in front of me when that happened. I was like, bro, I don't know. He's still young. I'm not gonna, cut his lights out. But I will say this, Shane, I love you. I love the play call that you're doing, bro. But you know what? What I'm about to say, Pat.
I ain't fucking Madam Curie. And then you don't pay me 99 cents a minute to read your damn mind. Just say it.
First off, let me Omaha you. Omaha! I, my sir, work with radiation. Madam Curie was somebody who dealt with radiation. That's not who you were thinking about.
Anyway.
Yes. Cleo. Madam Cleo. That's it. You're 100% right. Curie was a scientist that
Anyway, what I was about to say.
Yeah, I quit tonight. I'm flipping tired. It's not even funny.
What I was about to say is, Shane Steichen, though I love you, stop these damn screens. I can't take no more. I can't take every one that we hit. We miss 5. So for every positive screenplay we get where we get a decent amount of yards, there's 5 or 6 of them that got no yards or were a scary play, almost an interception or just a lost negative play. But I get it. It's a staple in our offense. We just got to be patient with it, but I'm getting sick of it. Yeah. So there it is, Madam Curie. You bastard. I love you. Asshole. Let's get the hell out of here. Come on. The final thoughts, man. Where we at? Where are we at? Because the Bang That is on Bang That Play of the Week or Bang That Play of the Day.
Well, my final thoughts is going to go to you, Clyde. And I haven't had a chance to check on your ticket giveaway.
Oh.
And how that's going. So my final thoughts is a question for you and that. Because you're giving away 2 tickets to the Rams games.
2 tickets. You want me to say?
247, section 247.
Get to sit between Doe and Doer. Right there. You'd be right in the middle of Doe and Doer. And they'd be clap hand. Ooh, yay. They came on the field. Slap hand. Okay, no, look. Here's what we have to do, right? I will take this.
The bad thing is I can't say nothing about it because I do that.
True. And then like Acosta does these weird shoulder things.
My big bear claws tapping you on the shoulder. I mean, come on now.
Kind of weird, man. I don't know. Fucking.
Anyway. Ain't my fault that your shoulder is little.
No, man. Okay. Anyway, this is what you have to do. Because you're already subscribed to our YouTube channel, thank you. But now you have to get more people to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So thank you again. So what we want you to do is tell a friend, tell another friend, tell a friend, and collect all your friends, and then send it to us and say, look, this is all my friends that I have added to your channel. If you have the most friends, you get the tickets. And that's how you get them.
There you
That's
go.
how you win. Pretty simple, right? So we'll call this giveaway first giveaway of the year, the friend giveaway. And oh, by the way, you're on the clock because the game is Sunday. So yeah, we're gonna cut this thing off by Friday. Friend. So tell friend, and then send us pictures of friend, and you get tickets.
God bless.
All right, Acosta, your turn. Final thought. I just did mine.
Final thoughts is, man, I love the resiliency of this team. You know, that was just the biggest word that came to mind on Sunday. It was awesome to see, especially after that, you know, hard loss last year in Baltimore, as we've seen.
2 years ago.
Great, or 2 years ago. I'm sorry.
Where the hell you been at?
Dude, my years, my days, my weeks, it all runs together anymore. I work for the mail, damn it. Yes,
Jesus
it
Christ.
is.
Fix that.
But yeah, I mean, coming back into there, winning that ball game, great. One last final thought is hope to see y'all at the tailgate. I think I've narrowed it down to what we're gonna have to eat. I think we're just gonna do an open taco bar.
Oh, taco.
Ooh, I like tacos.
You like everything. Anyway,
I don't like.
But yes, we're gonna have. I think we're gonna do some. Just do an open bar taco day. Just I'll cook up the meat there and just grab and go. Just come hang out with it. Yep.
This motherfucker going one tonight, boys.
Back in my chair.
With that being said,
hold on now. So one last time, friend, Sammy, take us out of here.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast and Bill Show on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.